excited here at Silver and Black Coffee Hour Enterprises that we had to go live today after this amazing game. Hope you guys drop in the chat and tell us what you're thinking here. But man, let me look at this again. San Antonio Spurs just took it to the Los Angeles Lakers with the victory of, sorry, I'm like in the middle of to 119. Man, that is some amazing shit from this team. I'm gonna wait for Tom and Zach to hop in here as well. Share this across our socials too. And uh, um, nice. Here's Tom. Okay, Tom's coming in. Tom, you there from the high seas? Oh man, Tom is calling from a cruise. I cannot hear him like at all. Um, Eli, can you hear us while you're on here? I just want to make sure that like everything's coming through and hear from people as well. Tom, no one can hear you at the moment. I don't know why. For anyone that doesn't know, Tom is actually been on a cruise all week. He told us before he left he was going to have a rule um, in his place. So he was going to have uh, an alcoholic drink, some water, and caffeine. So that helps keep him going. So thanks for that, Eli. Let me see some things here. Nope. Okay. That's not what I wanted. Sorry, we're experimenting with this again. Let me see something. What does this do? Oh, that just goes front to back. Huh. I don't know how to switch this up, Tom. Uh, nope. We don't want to green screen it. No green screen. Yeah, we did not lose the third quarters tonight. I was the one running the Twitter account tonight, and I gotta tell you, you can't have a bad third quarter if the Lakers quarter. Um, I know we're trying to get the rest of the dudes in here as well, trying to get Tom and Zach in. Um, what I got to tell y'all, just giving some thoughts off rip for this. This was a real growing up win for this team. I cannot believe that we saw that from them. You have just these old vets with De'Aaron Fox, Harrison Barnes, Luke Cornett that were, I think, invaluable in more ways on the box score with the way that they just weathered the the assault that the Lakers had, that onslaught in the end of the second and the end of the first half, and the fact that once again we knew they were going to come back and charge again in the fourth quarter. You have dudes like LeBron and Luca and Austin Reeves. They Rui Hachimura, like DeAndre Ayton. These guys have all um like with that being said, this is just such a big boy grown up win for them. And getting this win by double digits is pretty incredible. Further being able to get it from just a true democratic scoring process. Let me look up the stats for the game here real quick while I'm here. And I guess just to give you all some further kind of fun background tonight, I was actually watching this game with one of my best friends who is a Lakers fan. So needless to say, he is has left my house a little pissed off, but I bought him some pizza. So I feel like um, you know, he can't be too upset about it. I at least fed him. Uh, All right. It looks like Zach is here. Let's see if I can get Zach on. Hey, Zach, I think I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're a little watered, but I know that you have the headphones thing before.
Can Spurs Nation hear me? I told you, Vegas, baby. This is a cup basketball team. We play cup basketball around here.
Man, we are playing cup basketball around here. I'm rocking my Stephon Castle jersey too, by the way.
What a
Yeah,
what a
Nathan B.
performance.
White. This is a great thing right here. Great tweet. We beat the Lakers at their own game by getting to the line more than them and respecting the cup. Yo, shout out to you, Nathan. That was amazing.
Did someone say respecting the cup? Because what I've heard from all year round is this team wants the cup. Right now, right, Pops? My Pops hit a
Oh,
thumbs up.
Zach, are you in San Antonio? Are
I'm
you
in
going
San
honking?
Antonio.
Okay.
We're
Is
here.
this Zach? Is this a honkable win? Is this a honkable win?
It's absolutely a honkable win. And what I will say, and this is, I think, a great indication of what I'm seeing in San Antonio. I watched the first half at a bar on St. Mary's. Didn't really know what to expect. 9 o'clock tip, and wow, I mean, a lot of Spurs fans were were out. It was kind of crazy. I kept looking at my boys like, is this normal? Like, is this, this is. And I think the city's seeing that there is something brewing down. So yeah, this is a honkable win. Absolutely honkable win. If I
Yeah.
go at 9 o'clock in the morning, my ass to death would be honking right now.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Zach. You already seem like maybe there are a few drinks that are in. Just judging by so Tom's drinking on a boat, and you've been drinking on St. Mary's. So
Yes, we Tom's got a little better than me, unfortunately, but beggars can't be choosers. A win to win.
yeah, Tom's saying maybe put the mic a little just to see if it's a little
Any
easier.
better? Any better, Tom?
Oh, that's a lot better actually. Yeah.
Oh, let's go. They thought they had us.
Tom texted us from the high seas saying that he's been
Hey,
drinking boat drinks and he's not sure what time zone he's in. That's kind of like being in Vegas anyway. So
look,
good for him.
look. We're one win away. We're one win away from me hopping on a plane to Vegas. I just want you to know that.
Look, Christmas comes early for some, you know. But hold on,
Yeah,
let's talk
start
about the
game.
game before we talk about. So, uh, Zach, was this a big boy win?
Yo, Spurs were up 8 with like 4 minutes to go, and De'Aaron Fox hits a step back three, and I'm like, ooh, I feel so safe right now. And that's basically when I was like, oh, this is bagged up. And then Steph Castle, I mean, what a guy.
Dude, look at the scoring distribution here on this team tonight. So, Stephon Castle gets away with 30 points, leading scorer of the team.
Mm-hmm.
After that, De'Aaron Fox at 20. Julian Champagnie put up 16. Dylan Harper had 13. Keldon Johnson 17. He had that incredibly hot first quarter. Luke Cornett chimed in with 10. I'd say about 8 of those were from the free throw line, just
Eight
getting
for nine.
after it.
8 for 9.
Harrison Barnes was 6. Look, Devin Vassell put up 8 points, but I will take that because of his defensive presence. Anytime he was guarding LeBron, I was like, I'll take that every day rather than De'Aaron Fox on him.
Spurs were attacking, unfortunately, the two white boys, Austin Reeves, Luca. You guys were on the scouting report, and Spurs attacked them hard all night long. Was looking for that mismatch all night.
Man, dude, I'll say this. Two things that were just kind of pretty apparent. Austin Reeves, you're going to be the Buffalo. The Spurs are going Buffalo hunting.
Mm-hmm.
And then, secondly, and granted, he got incredibly hot. They were like, just let Marcus Smart shoot. If Marcus Smart's going to kill us, Marcus Smart killing us. And for all the consternation, all the shit that we've said before about the perimeter D with this team, man, like just let him take it. I think where did Smart end up? I'm gonna pull that up here real
Marcus
quick.
Smart ended up 7 for 12 tonight.
26 points.
Yeah, but I kept saying that to my dad. I was like, yo, I'm cool with Marcus Smart shooting this out of the game. Like that's all night. Fine with me. You know, so what I will say, I'm looking at the team stats right now. Everything's pretty even. 86. Each team took 86, 87 shots. Same field goal percentage. Same amount of threes taken. Same amount of threes made. Spurs won the night on the free throw line and equate. So they went 29 for 36 at the free throw line. They had 46 points in the paint. I would add another 20 to that just based off the fouls that were drawn. They won the paint by 18 points. So they were just feasting in the lane, and they were, I mean, running.
Zach, we're getting some direction from far. He's saying you got to go full TikToker
Oh
up
wow.
to the stash.
Oh wow. Well, am I allowed to? Do I scratch the stash? Is this scratch the stash worthy time?
I think compared to the other mics you record with, I think this is stash the scratch the stash.
So to repeat what I
Here,
said, this
hashtag scratch the stash. If you next Zach, you want to scratch the stash.
the Spurs basically won the night because they attacked the paint at will. I mean, they attacked the paint at will. I would say, if we're adding free throws that were drawn in the paint, they probably had 66 points in the paint to the Lakers 52. There's your difference in the game right there. Attack the paint, draw fouls, make them work. DeAndre Ayton, that's fine with me, but we got three dogs. My dad kept saying, this is going downhill all night. And I said, yeah, who's going to stop? Oh, I'm tired. Go Dylan Harper. Oh, I'm tired. Go Steph Castle. It's just good luck.
I don't even think they were tired as much as they were just in foul trouble, because the way that, like you said, I mean, everybody's been like, oh, how is this going to work with this three guard lineup? Like, proof is in the pudding after a game like this, So I was incredibly impressed by all three of them tonight, even despite the that quick Luca whistle, which we knew was going to happen. That was not anything that we weren't expecting, you know. Yeah, Vinny Kennedy right here. True point. Luca had 5 fouls.
Mm-hmm.
Austin fouls. Like, and they just were like, "Hey, we're going after these dudes. We're attacking the paint. We're not afraid of DeAndre Ayton." Look, a couple weeks ago, or I'd say a week and a half ago, we saw Rudy Gobert guard Dylan Harper, and Dylan Harper was not afraid of him. I can tell you he's not afraid of looking at DeAndre Ayton in the paint. I do think there were a few times that he got switched down onto Fox where Fox settled for a three that I would have liked to have seen him go at him more and further draw him. But man, they basically had, what was it? They could get just about anywhere tonight.
It was
Uh,
it, this was a complete looked like a completely different Lakers team than what we watched at the beginning of November. It looked like a completely different Spurs team than we watched at the beginning of November. And point people are like, well, they don't play better without Wimby. I think they played a lot of games without Wimby last year, so this team kind of knows how to play and get in a rhythm without Wimby being there. I'm excited to see how they implement him. And let's look here. They won every quarter but the fourth quarter. 39 points, 31 points, 34 points, 28 points. I mean, this was an all around performance from everybody. You just kept thinking, oh, here comes the Lakers run, and the Spurs were like, oh no, here we're going a little 6-0 run, pump this back up to 18.
Dude, that end of half, LeBron, does a little turning back the clock, posterizes Cornette there, screams in his face, wakes up the entirety of crypto.com arena. And then what do? They just go right back down and they're like, oh, you want to punch us in the face? Bet. I got you. And I mean, man, that's what I got to say here is that not only is there this experience, but we're also just talking about like they dictated the physicality of this game.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately when you saw the Lakers go down on the floor and they were kind of like going to the refs and like pleading their case and everything, then you just saw, hey, like we're not going to do that tonight. They just came up with such a focus. And yeah, Vinny Kennedy, Luke gets posterized. He comes out of nowhere one's going to talk about that to block. I mean, I'm so impressed by this team again. I mean, we know that the frustrating part of this is like wanting to see consistency. So like let's keep it going. What else you got from this night from this game, Zach?
I'll ask a question.
Scratch the stash.
I'll ask a question. It can't be a fourth quarter play, but I want you to think back in the game to a certain play where you were like, this team's grown up.
The Harrison Barnes dunk at the end of the second
Mhm.
quarter.
That was
Um,
exactly my answer to that.
I think just having dudes like that, the you do have a couple of guys on this team with championship pedigree. And I know one of those guys, as weird as it's going to be to say that, is Kelly Olynyk, but he got a lot of run tonight. You see Luke Cornett showing off that champion savvy. You see De'Aaron Fox with that hunger, and Harrison Barnes. I mean, he was at the beginning of that Warriors dynasty. Just stick from them tonight. Uh, with that. And then the young fellas, and I mean, I got to shout out the coaches in the scouting department. You scouted dudes like Stephon Castle and Dylan Harper who are like, I'm not afraid of this moment and I want it and I'm going to thrive in it.
Steph Castle made a
It was great.
pass deep in that third quarter. I don't know if you remember it. You might the play I'm talking about where he skipped it, and you were like, I think that's when I was like, oh, that's a grown up pass. And then you always got to find. There's always two sides to each coin, and then he tried to do the behind the back deep in the fourth quarter pass to the quarter.
He was
He
in
said,
his bag at that point where he
"Oh
was just
yeah,
like, I'm gonna do something here. Like, check this out. Like, I can't be fully upset about know where you're going with that, but like
I wasn't mad about it. He instantly points to the bench, and I'm like, oh, okay. And another fun thing I like about this game is the fact they mic'd up Coach Mitch. You could hear him in the background the whole time. Thought that was pretty badass. And I think we figured out what we always or what we're curious about is who is getting told to go get these offensive rebounds. And you heard him multiple times yell at a certain player, HB, go get it. This, go get it. You're like, oh, this is so badass to hear.
yeah, man. He uh he coached his ass off today. And once again, like I know with that New Orleans game, a lot of people were like, what is the coach doing with the third quarter here and all that? I mean, I think it really was more on the players and their mentality coming out. And just seeing that today uh was pretty fantastic from him. Um Man, well, we have a question down here. I know this is a little early to jump on it, but Navabar 8780 is asking, what do we take from Jeremy not playing? Um, I'll just tell you this. I think despite what Mitch Johnson was saying before the game in regards to Wemby's health, when he was like, "We're treating this like another game," he did not coach like it was another game. This was playoff rotation basketball. He was like, this is not the game. This is not the time that we are going to like have out there for development. That's why Carter Bryant didn't get any real run. And that's why I don't think Jeremy did either. Um, I think he was just like, we are going to play our asses off here. So
We had
that's kind of what I
four
took from it.
4 to 5 players in the starting lineup played over 30 minutes. Steph got 7, and he would have probably played close to 30 if he wasn't in foul trouble. So I think that's a big indicator that this was a tight. I mean, Kelly Olynyk only played 12 minutes. 3 guys on the bench played 20 minutes plus, and the rest was just, hey, you're there, supporting your team. So yeah, I don't know. I don't take much into it tonight. I do think I did tweet last week that our last game on Monday that Kelly Olynyk earned some minutes tonight, and he did earn some minutes. He played some decent basketball. Had 4 assists in 12 minutes from him tonight.
Dude, he was great. And we got to talk about Keldon Johnson in that first quarter. Energy off the bench. I think he was the one really who led that to like, you know, and then when we really get that lead, I mean, this was not a full wire to wire win, but this was like
It felt comfy
we're
for a
on your
while.
neck and we're not, yeah, it's like we're on your neck and we're not letting up.
Yeah, no, this was a well, I think this might have been one of the less stressful games of the season.
Dude, I'm in complete agreement with you. I was watching this, like I said, with some buddies, and I would say that second half, especially, I would say like after the first 6 minutes of the second half, I was just like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, you
Oh,
were just
there's a
very good.
never mind. It's just like giving me some like, you should try this, you should try this, whatever. But yeah, I mean,
The
what was I
response that
saying?
they
Yeah,
showed.
I was very comfortable after about halfway through the third overall.
Mhm, yeah, no, that I was just curious because Dan, I had I listened to the first what minute and a half on the radio on the second half on the way back. Just showed up, barely missed like a minute and a half of the game. And Dan Weiss was saying that Spurs been outscored by like 45 points in the last two games quarter. And I was just curious to see how they were going to respond. And man, Steph Castle came out and punched the Lakers right in the mouth. Big three, got in the lane. And you're like, okay, dead Masada shot. Okay, here we go. This is what we're looking for. This is the response. And even Dan Weiss was saying this team is playing basketball here. And they're responding. They're responding. They did respond. Shout out to them.
Steph Castle, De'Aaron Fox in that beginning half were just like, this is how it's going to be done. This is how we're going to lead you on this. I mean, and like, mind you, and once again, shout out to everybody who's new here. If you are new, like and subscribe to the podcast. We usually do like a weekly podcast, but we're doing something a little different because we respect the cup. And my boy Zach Montana here was saying that this was the most important game in the last 7 years. The funny thing is, the next game is now the most important game in the last seven
We're just add
years.
to the list. We're add to the list.
Yeah, man. Like,
We had one last
so,
week. We had one this week. It was just the way it's gonna go.
dude, but like, look, every so far, man. Look, I'm not saying this. They've certainly had their flubs, like that has happened. But like on almost every test that they've been asked to this season, to like, let's see what you got. Can you do this? They've passed it. And tonight's like passing it with flying colors.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that Rockets game, that was a cup game, like that first one, that was a really
Mm-hmm.
tough game. They, held it down for that. And then you got this one, like
You had both the
fantastic.
Portland game they had to win, the Nuggets game they had to
Nuggets
win. These games had to win. I'm gonna step off. I think we got our boy Tom Petrini wetting itching at the bit to talk. He's got the drinks flowing. The Spurs winning. Man,
is
what a
he
time it be. Yeah, he's texting and said that he wants to ready. He's getting ready to jump on.
okay,
So
he said give him 4 minutes.
4 minutes. Okay, well you got me for another 4 minutes, YouTube. And
Yeah.
what I will say in this
Well,
4 minutes is this enjoy this enjoy this tonight. Enjoy it tomorrow.
enjoy no, no, tomorrow it's truly back to work because you got the test of the NBA and the Oklahoma City
You're right.
Thunder.
You're right. This is a 12-hour celly. You get off. You
This is
go.
this is
Yeah, yeah. You think they
you
got
know,
dinner tonight scheduled in Vegas or in LA?
oh, Vegas. Vegas. You got to do it. You got to celebrate in Vegas. They said during training camp that they wanted to get to Vegas.
All
Like
right.
I think you get to Wemby's dystopian nightmare, and if they're staying at the place that I think they're probably staying at in that hotel, so
Let's. Okay. Next question. My before Tom jumps on and before I gotta get out of here. You said they're leaving. They're going to Vegas tonight. They're celebrating. Do we see the alien on Saturday?
Yeah, I think so.
He was
I think
amped
so.
tonight. He could tell that he's like, "Get me one more, and I'm coming back."
Spurs fans, Mitch Johnson said the coded language today during shoot around. And this is what y'all need to know just to educate y'all. We're being educated on this as well. I really got this one to be fair. There's 2-on-2. You're inching towards questionable. Then there's 3-on-3. You're 50% into questionable. 5-on-5. You're going to be listed as questionable and you're going to play.
He played. What did he do today?
Wemby played. Wemby did 5-on-5 today.
Yeah,
That's the code word. That's what you need to look at with any of these injuries for anyone here. So I think the odds are more in their favor of it. And look, I think guess what, man? If they're going to be pushing the pace, that dude is going to be running up and down the court with them because I'm really glad that Amazon, the broadcast team today brought it up. This is kind of one thing I've been looking at all season. Like Chris Paul last season, it was like he likes to essentially get across half court with anywhere between 14 and 17 seconds on the shot clock. This season, I'm not really looking at anything up. I'm just kind of going from my own empirical evidence. It's at least 21 seconds, and they were like, "Go, go, go!" But
there's so
this
many
Thunder team
times
is no joke.
they are Mitch Johnson's yelling, "Go!" I love it. I love it. Guys on the ground, guys, dying for loose balls. Let's go. Let's get work. Let's go to work. I'll see y'all Saturday. And look, I
Scratch
told
the
you
stash.
I'll see y'all Saturday. This is a big win for the Spurs. What we got? We got here watching. What we had 18 at one point. This is new to us, so I mean, we didn't promote this or anything. We just did it. So I appreciate y'all jumping on, and this will be more of a thing after more big wins. So, what we say? Tell your friends, tell your enemies, and
Tell your friends, tell your enemies.
and we fucking respect the cup around here. 2 more wins. 2 more wins, baby.
2 more wins, and then right now, I mean, maybe we should think like so. David Jones Garcia just got like a 50K. I mean, so like you
What
can
a what a
get you can
great
get an
night.
okay car. You can get an okay car for like 50K, let's see. Let me just bring it up.
Didn't Kelvin
What
say he was gonna buy David if they won?
yeah, I'm gonna look up like you want to get like a premium used car, What premium used car or truck can you get for under $50,000? See, this is the type of investigative journalism you won't get anywhere else.
Y'all are gonna get my co-host with a beautiful shiny head who is probably drinking
Oh,
some great drinks right now. I am jealous and envious, and he's gonna have some great takes too. So
you
I can,
can you can get a 2024 Mercedes-Benz C-Class.
yeah,
Okay.
we're
Oh,
good.
you can
We're
get a
good.
Lexus from
Yeah, we're
2020.
David Jones
You
Garcia is
can
gonna
get
be.
a 2019 Porsche Cayman.
Oh wow,
I get the
wow.
BMW. I've driven a BMW once on Turo. It was a lot of fun. Get a 2022 BMW.
We got AB
Those
running
are a lot luxury
car
used
salesman
cars.
AB over here.
I'm just seeing what like I've been so curious about what he could get. I guess he could buy him a llama, but yeah. To Eli's point, I don't know what David Jones Garcia's credit score thing. Maybe he needs a co-signer.
That's fair.
Um,
But my
Not for
co-signer
me
is gonna
to
be
to
Tom
judge.
Petrini because he's gonna take my spot right now. And he said he's ready to go,
Yeah,
rearing up, ready to go. AB, much love. This is an awesome idea. Let's keep it up. Spurs Nation, let's go, baby. I'm
dude,
out.
look at this. Later,
I'm
Zach.
out.
Scratch the stash.
I'm out. Later, later, later.
Okay. Uh, I'll just keep doing this until Tom gets in here for a little bit. You can get a 2021 Ford F-150, which that's a pretty good car. So doesn't give the best gas miles, but who knows what DJG has in store for himself. Man, what else we got to say about this while Tom hops on? One, it's past midnight. I gotta go to work in the morning. So here comes Tom. He's gonna be a spark. Let's see. Tom Petrini reporting from the high seas. Oh, he's here. You're coming through now, buddy. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Tom, how's the cruise going?
and so I wasn't guarding him.
You were treating him like Marcus Smart tonight.
Onto the boat. But he laughed, and I said, "That's okay. He doesn't have a jump shot." And then he drilled a three right in my eye hole, and I was like, "You know what? I don't like this anymore." But that's okay.
Well, hey, look, Spurs win a game, you get a shot made in your face. There's wins and losses to life.
I'll take this one. You know what? I'll if this was for me, then I'll just take that.
Hold on. Is are other people hearing Tom? I'm hearing Tom in the stream, but is any Eli said that he is not
Yeah.
able to hear him? Let me just make
Oh
sure.
no.
You were coming through a little bit there, Tom, but you were also like kind of scratchy, and now you're like a little less.
I hear me
So
personally,
okay. I hear
but
you too. Okay, you're
okay,
coming
cool.
through now.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool.
I just got to go to like a slightly less loud part. They put on the water features in the middle of the night. I don't know what's up with that. Um,
I mean, white noise from the ocean and from internal of the giant city you're floating in right now.
God, I love the ocean, man. And I'll ask the listeners a question that I asked earlier in the night. Would you rather guard Luka Doncic in an isolation situation, or be dropped from a helicopter into shark-infested waters? Answer below. Uh, Man, what a game! I know I saw you and Zach talking about it. Um, the third quarter, the third quarter. I was watching this first half with my family, and I was saying, man, they need to be up by. My Josh Paredes said they need at least a 50-point lead going into this third quarter, and I said yes, at least. And man, grown up win. Um, I think the Spurs, sans Victor Wembanyama, are the third best team in the NBA behind the Oklahoma City Thunder and the San Antonio Spurs with Victor Wembanyama, who may face off in the upcoming semifinal game in Las Vegas. Holy
Well, Tom,
crap,
we
man.
we Zach and I already kind of talked about the game. Anything kind of to add to that, or do you want to talk about this some goal? Our favorite dude to hate, one of the ugliest people in the NBA, Chet Holmgren. Do we want to talk about the Thunder?
Let's talk about the Lakers first, because they're not
Okay.
as good as the Spurs, and they have Luka Doncic, LeBron James, and Austin Reeves, who is playing like both Luka Doncic and LeBron James.
Well, they decided that, like I said, they decided tonight that they were going to feast on Austin Reeves, and they did that really well.
Where he got a chase down on De'Aaron Fox. That was amazing. He boomed on Luke Cornett, which was rude. And in between those, he like had a wide open. They're
I
fantastic.
told you on the show, I thought they were a little bit on fraud watch, and I do think the Spurs exposed them a bit tonight.
I mean, they did, but I think that's more about the Spurs being a really, really, really good basketball team with a lot of really, really, really good basketball players on it.
Oh,
Um,
damn, Zach's in the chat saying Vic's playing on Saturday. Is that
really,
is that on Twitter's?
I don't know. I think, first of all, I think that anybody who, for a moment, believes that the Spurs would treat game against the Oklahoma City Thunder, who are 24-1, who have outscored opponents by like 1,500 points in the last 82 games per ESPN. Something I saw tonight, insane, absolutely insane. They're so good. They're so, they're so good. But I mean, this was a huge, huge game for the.
Hey, Tom, Jordan Howenstein just tweeted the funniest thing. Las
Please
Vegas will
tell
be
me.
the will Las Vegas will be the 10th city the Spurs have played in the last 10 games.
And I'm not worried about it at all. Like this is the thing for me where like I am I am happy for the way that everything happens, right? Because it's meant to happen that way. And the Spurs were meant to play this game without Victor Wembanyama. They were meant to put their other players, every one of the other players, through the crucible of playing the Lakers in Los Angeles in a game with real stakes to get to Los Angeles, right? Like that was supposed to happen. And whether Victor Wembanyama comes back for the gigantic game against the Oklahoma City Thunder or not, whether they win that game, whether they lose that game, whether they go on to the championship of the NBA Cup, whether they win that game or not, this has been an amazing and formative experience for these San Antonio Spurs, right? This is
Dude,
the kind of
I gotta
stuff.
tell you, I'm excited that they're playing the Oklahoma City Thunder 5 times this season.
Yes.
Get the
Give me
experience.
that.
Get the experience.
Give me
Yeah,
that. In a
yeah.
in a
Tom cut out there, but
tour.
I have a feeling he's very hyped about this.
I'm very hyped. Can you hear me still? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah.
I Zach, I see you in the chat. I am repping Tim Duncan on the boat. I do want to share a quick anecdote about Spurs respect on this boat. I saw it's France, and then it's the Philippines. Before Victor Wembanyama was drafted, it was the United States and the Philippines. But so yeah, gotta go Spurs go on that. Gotta go Tim Duncan. And then one of the guys pulled out his phone and pulled up a picture of himself in a Tim Duncan jersey and was like, "We're basically twins." I was like, "Yes, we are. Go Spurs, go!" And
Tonight we're family. Mi
tonight,
familia.
tonight we are family. And
Hold on, Tom. Zach has
yeah,
another great one here about dude rocking a Julian Champagny jersey at a bar. Can we just talk about Julian Champagny and the money truck that's about to back up to his house? Oh my, oh my God, dude! I'm so happy for him. 16 points tonight, 7 rebounds. He had that behind the back layup with Marcus Smart draped over him. Showed some initiative in the paint. Fantastic. Yeah, man. I think, well, let's talk about the Thunder real quick, and then I gotta dip because I gotta go to bed. It's almost 12:30 here back in Austin. So, um, all right, Saturday night. Thunder, Spurs and Thunder. We wanted to go through one of our rivals to get here, the Lakers. Shout out Shea Serrano. He said on this very podcast he thought that the Lakers were our biggest rival due to the stakes of the past. And then I'd say the Thunder are one of our newest rivals just in the history for them. And so, yeah, we got this Thunder team. We got SGA, reigning MVP, coming to town. They smacked the Phoenix Suns, who have smacked the Spurs. They smacked the Phoenix Suns by 49 points tonight. No Devin Booker in that game. They decided to just rain down threes at a certain point and just never look back. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm kind of just doing this off rip. This is going to be a really tough game. That's not really great analysis here, but let me ask you, Tom, from what you know about the Thunder, you think this is possible? What is a path forward? Give me your Paul Atreides, like I see a path forward.
so you know, if I'm going Doctor Strange, like this is the 1 out of 8 million or whatever he said. Um, like I said, this team is really, really good without Victor Wembanyama. Like really, really good. Like Luke Cornett is literally the best screen setter in the NBA right now. I'm comfortable saying that. I'm very comfortable saying that actually. Um, doesn't quite compare to Victor Wembanyama though. Would love to have him in this game against Chet Holmgren. Would love to have him making an impact and being the wild card that can potentially uh, unseat this ridiculous Thunder team. They're so good. Like they are so good. Um, is it possible? Sure. The Spurs would need to have their best perimeter defense of the entire year. They would probably need to have Victor Wembanyama back. Um, they need to throw stuff at the Thunder that the Thunder haven't seen yet.
All right. Well, let me kind of think about this a little bit. Let's just say Wemby's coming back and looking like some tweets from Jared Weiss reporting from the game. Uh, he said in regards to Wemby playing, very much so. He had a very good day today. He had a good intense day this morning, and we'll have to see how he responds and reacts tomorrow. So we're probably going to get a good understanding. I do think, to your point, we're going to need Victor Wembanyama to be here for this game. I think this is a game too where we're going to need De'Aaron Fox to keep bringing what he's been bringing all season. And one of the cases I'd make for De'Aaron Fox is he is playing point guard at the definition, the classic definition of what point guard is. He knows he can get his really at any time on the floor, but he is doing such a great job distributing, facilitating for everyone else. And you saw it again tonight. Whenever something was maybe getting out of hand, he was like, just give me the ball. I got this. He put Austin Reeves in the spin cycle. Uh he hit that back that's you
That
know,
step back three late. Lakers are going on a run. They're in their own house. De'Aaron Fox, who all year has been shooting the three better than he shot the three for his entire career, stepped back and drilled a three and said, "Go to bed, go away. We are going to Las Vegas. You are not."
yeah, and I think the other thing, I mean, dude, Stephon Castle is just like in his first 2 games back is like not lost a step at all. So Spurs
Yeah,
fans trust
what did he
the
have tonight?
training
30
staff.
something?
He had 30 points and 10 rebounds. It went double double on that. So I think we need De'Aaron Fox to keep doing what he's doing. I need basically another performance like this from Stephon Castle. The other thing I need from the Spurs is I need them to come into this game like this upcoming game with the Thunder, like they did with the Lakers. They got to be physical. They've got to dictate the physicality. And I'm going to tell you this, this is exactly what the Thunder do. Elite at this type of dictating of physicality. In a lot of ways, we can get into, you know, foul baiting and whatnot, but they played Luca pretty good tonight, and he's kind of an elite foul baiter. SGA is a little different. Um, you know, uh, I'm very curious to see if Wemby plays. I imagine they're going to be rotating looks on him, specifically with Lou Dort, J Dub on him, as well as Chet. Um, but yeah, let's basically take this game. The democratic scoring of it will still be necessary, and then we need Wemby to come in and drop 20. And I think that's a recipe for success against the Thunder, and that should put us at about 150 points. So, look, I think it's there. Yeah, I think if you have him there, to your point of being a monkey wrench, just sell out on the perimeter. Sell out on the perimeter. Like if you're gonna give up twos, give up twos. Don't give up threes to that team because Lou Dort in that game tonight, he had 9 points in a row. Just got hot from three. And he's a better shooter than Marcus Smart, I believe, historically. So, but I think it's possible. I'm gonna be positive.
Did see Fox's T-shirt of the Luke celebration.
I need to
Um,
get one.
this is a pro Luke Cornett show, and this is a pro Luke Cornett guy who you're looking at talk right now. Um, like literally, statistically, one of the best, if not the best, screeners in the entire NBA this year. There was a play tonight where I saw him set 3 screens in about 6 seconds and finish with the layup. And it was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful to me. It was the kind of shit where you watch it and you say, that is a guy who knows his job. That is a guy who knows what he is supposed to do on the basketball court. Um, all of the like that to me is the really wonderful part about this game for the Spurs, um, who have so much potential as a franchise, who have one of the great players in the league right now, who they think is going to be a future star, who everybody thinks is going to be a future superstar, and Victor Wembanyama. And the Spurs are really, really, really excellent as a basketball team without that guy. De'Aaron Fox, Steph Castle, Dylan Harper, Luke
Tom,
Cornett, Harrison Barnes. My God.
Tom, Tom, I I love you so much, man. And I appreciate this the three drink analysis, but we're hitting on 12:30 sleep.
Well, you go to sleep
But
then. But you go
but
to
to your
sleep
point,
knowing that the Spurs are
this team
damn
is really,
good.
really good.
Damn good. I'm gonna go
Hey,
to the
thanks
casino.
everybody.
I got
Yeah,
my Tim Duncan shirt on. I got my
get out there, play some blackjack. Wear sunscreen, drink water, get some good drinks in yourself too, and go go Spurs, go y'all. Tom, keep having a safe trip, man. We'll talk to you guys later this week. All right, peace.